Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Long time no see. I haven't made a video on here for a while. I don't know why. I have been playing games. I guess my focus recently has been Brexit. I've just been consumed with all things Brexit recently. Very interesting. Lots happening. Getting close to the wire. I did vote leave. I voted to leave the EU for many reasons. Recently they've endorsed a Donald Trump coup for oil in Venezuela. That was really dodgy. I won't go on about it. If anybody's interested in a video about it, I can make one. But so that's what I've been focused on lately. But yeah, I have been doing a lot of gaming as well. Just haven't made any videos. So I just want to talk about some of the pickups, some stuff I've been playing, and that kind of thing. So the first thing is I have this package from Japan, and it is this special edition of Shenmue collection. I haven't opened this. This is sealed, of course, because I do have already a copy of this. In fact, 2 copies of this. Yeah, I wanted to get the Japanese version as well. It's got a little bit of extra in there. I think it's got like a soundtrack or something, maybe an art book, some kind of shenanigans. Unfortunately, this does not play in English. So even if I wanted to play it, which there'd be no point because I already own it, digitally and physically, yeah, this is just for collecting purposes. So yeah, there's that. Still psyched about Shenmue 3. Yeah, hoping for a bit more news soon. Yeah, I mean, there was times when I was worried about that game, how it was going, but I think I've got faith in Yu Suzuki. I don't think he's going to allow a shit game to be put out there. We'll see, but yeah, that penciled in release date is moving ever closer. So yeah, right. So I did buy a bunch of regular games, non-VR games. A lot of these I kind of got from my girlfriend for Christmas, and but stuff that I'll play as well. But yeah, so I got her Tearaway Unfolded. She hasn't played much of this. She liked the Tearaway on the PS Vita. We're yet to really ascertain whether this is just the same game or if it's a full-on sequel. I don't know. I haven't looked into it myself. Personally, I just bought it for her, but she seems to think it might be the exact same game, just with some Vita functionality taken out. So almost a lesser version of it, because you don't have the same functionality. But yeah, I'm sure I'll check that out at some point. Then I also got her this game, which is called Yomawari. Midnight Shadows. So this is just a cute little kind of exploring game. Don't know much about it. It just looked cute. It had a couple of girls on there adventuring together, and I thought it might be something that we can play together that might be quite cool looking. But yeah, I don't know anything about that one, so less said the better. What else did I get for her? Oh, The Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yeah, I kind of went on a female character tip. Tried to get her some strong female leads for games that she could enjoy. So Tomb Raider was one of those. Yeah. So yeah, she'll play that eventually. But the one that she has been playing, and absolutely lovely. In fact, she's finished it, and I've sat and watched her play it quite a lot. And that is Horizon Zero Dawn. Of course, been out for a long time now, but holy shit, this game's good. And making full use of the new telly with the HDR 4K screen. Yeah, the colours, the contrast, the look of this game is absolutely beautiful, and it plays really great as well. Yeah, fighting those robots, monsters is always fun, and lots of variety to the action, to the battling, and yeah, just a beautiful, fun game world to be in. And I've watched her pretty much all the way through this game. Yeah, classic. It's kind of ruined it for me playing it now, though. I've kind of watched it all. Yeah. Then some other games that I got. Well, I got this for me. South Park: The Fractured But Whole. This is really good. Yeah, I like the first one. What's the first one called now? South Park: The Stick of Truth. Yeah, and I finished that. That was pretty sweet. This is along the same lines. It's got a different battle mechanic though, and I think I prefer this battle mechanic. A bit more strategy to it, a little bit more depth. But yeah, the writing is absolutely on point, and the attention to detail for the script writing is amazing. Like almost every battle that you have has got you know, specific lines spoken for it. So whether it's there's lots and lots of story battles that only happen once in the, you know, in your quests. There are some battles that repeat that you can gain XP with, that kind of thing. But for the main, the battles are all pretty unique, and yeah, just a lot of attention to detail gone into the script writing, and it is funny all along the way. And yeah, it just feels like you're playing an episode of South Park. That's how good it looks and feels. They've really put as much effort into the kind of comedy side of this as you would expect them to in an episode. So it really does feel like you're inside a South Park film, more at the point, because it's longer, obviously. But yeah, really, really good. This one, of course, is based around superheroes, whereas the last one was based around kind of Wizards and Warriors, kind of Lord of the Rings style stuff. But yeah, very, very good. I can recommend that if it's your kind of thing. Next one is Killzone Shadowfall. I got that for like £2 or £3. £2. Not played it yet. Looks nice. Bit of shooty, bang bang action. Can't go wrong with that. I'm sure that'll be sweet. The Evil Within 2. Don't know anything about it. Just looked nice on the back of the box and it was cheap, to be fair. So yeah, let's see how we get on with that. And the last normal TV game that I've got is Shadow of Mordor. I remember watching this in some previews a long time ago, and them saying it looked like it was going to be sweet. I don't think I've actually seen any reviews of the completed game though, so I don't know if it lived up to those expectations in the previews. But yeah, we'll give that a chance. It was free. I just wanted to get some TV games, to take advantage of the new telly, because I had been holding off on playing normal TV PS4 games for the whole last year that I've had the system, really. Just playing PSVR stuff, waiting for the new screen to do those games justice. And now that I'm very happy to be diving in on some of those. So then on to VR. Yeah, baby. Oh. Right, well, I've gone back to Starblood Arena. I bought this a long time ago. I've gone back to it because the sad news is that Sony is turning off the servers support for this game. Now, I don't know how much use it was getting. I don't know if that's even relevant to how they make those decisions or what is behind it, but it's a shame because it's a really, really good multiplayer game. And I have to say, I wasn't playing it. I wasn't playing it. Before there was a sense of urgency that it was going to be lost forever, I wasn't playing it. And would I have gone back to it? Maybe, I don't know. There's always something new coming out, isn't it, to distract you? But I was certainly happy to go back to this now that I'd kind of been G'd into it with the threat of it disappearing. Because it's just so good. It's a dogfighter game, 6 Degrees of Freedom, very colourful, very action-packed, and just really fun. Definitely one that you need your VR legs for, though. Don't try playing this if you get motion sick. And in a few weeks, don't try playing it at all, because you won't be able to, at least online. I'm not sure yet. Don't know if anybody can tell me, but I'm not sure if this will still be playable offline against bots. Hopefully that'll be a thing, because it's still fun against bots. But of course, it's a whole different level of fun against humans. And that will be lost forever. And that got me thinking about something, actually, because one of my preferences for gaming is to buy physical media, to buy the game in a box, so I actually feel like I own it. So it's there, so nobody can take it off me. So if I end up getting bored with it, I want to put it towards new games, I can trade it in and get something back, and it just helps the collection. Many reasons. But in this type of scenario, where you have a game that is pretty much exclusively an online game, a multiplayer game, and maybe this has a bots mode, but there certainly are other examples of, games that are online only, that have only multiplayer functionality. Those types of games, is there really much point in me preferring the physical format of those games if they're just going to be lost to servers in the future? Like, you could potentially be left with a whole shelf full of games that look nice and you've got the boxes and everything, but you put them in the disc, put the disc in the PS4 and it won't play. There's nothing you can do with it because the server support's gone down. So it was pointless having it in a disc. So in those circumstances, may as well just get digital. It kind of pains me to say, but really, once that advantage of holding onto your game is kind of negated by it being taken off the servers. What's the point? So anyway, so that's just a drinks coaster now. Yeah, right. So what else have we got? Well, I've been playing Tetris Effect. Really cool. I was going to wait for this to come down in price because, I mean, the physical release is like 30 quid or something for a Tetris game. I mean, it's just fucking Tetris. But it's not just fucking Tetris. Because what it does to it, if you don't already know, it adds a hell of a lot of psychedelic kind of imagery and music. And when you're playing it in the headset, you can play it on the telly as well, but when you're playing it in the headset, it encompasses all of your kind of peripheral vision, and you feel enveloped in this psychedelic swirl happening. And it really does add to the gameplay, because you're trying to focus on the Tetris, especially as it gets faster and faster and faster, and you're really trying to focus and trying not to be distracted by everything else. It really does have this sensorial effect. It's just lovely, and so it's very satisfying to play. So yeah, I can recommend it. It's really cool. And yeah, so that's Tetris Effect. What else we got here? Transference. I can't remember if I already showed this in a previous video, but this is a game that Elijah Wood had something to do with. He's involved with the company that made this, and he was doing a lot of promotion for it. As you can see, this is a Japanese release, but it does play in English. I'm not sure if this is... I don't think this is getting a European release. It certainly hadn't at the time I bought it. But this is like a spooky kind of haunted house style game, but it's very surreal. Lots of crazy kind of effects going on to just make you feel disorientated, and it's just very, very weird. And it's an interesting place to be. Apparently it's not very long, but graphics are really nice, really crisp, really colourful. Atmosphere's really, tangible, and that's sometimes it's something that VR obviously can do better than any other medium, is to have that tangible sense of presence that you're actually in somewhere, and this does that well. So yeah, kind of like a puzzle kind of investigation game sort of thing, but yeah, curious. All flavors catered for in VR, man. Transference is some weird ass shit, if you like that kind of thing. And the last pickup that I've got to show, physical at least, is To the Top, VR platforming game, as you can see. So this is basically Mirror's Edge in VR. It's a parkour game essentially. You have your hands in the game and you're just pointing at platforms and ledges and such, and you launch yourself off of them, and you have to build up momentum and find your way through these levels. And there's different types of objectives and things. You can find things, time trials, all the rest of it. You can also do multiplayer as well. Haven't tried that yet. Apparently it's really sweet playing with people. But yeah, I'll try and show you some artwork if I can. Oh, it's not going to work too well, is it? I mean, it looks great. It looks, quite simple looking graphics, but it just works really well. It's really smooth, and it has that real great sense of it feels like you're playing Mirror's Edge in VR. You actually are. What's her name? Faith? Yeah, Faith. Feels like you're Faith in Mirror's Edge. And it's really cool. And I've been waiting for a long time to get this because it was out on digital a while back. And what they called again? Limited Run Games. Yeah, of course. Limited Run Games put this out, and I think they only did about 2,000 copies. I think that's right. They do very small runs, and so it's really nice to have it. And they even do a little sort of manual there as well. Sort of manual? Is it an actual manual? I haven't even looked through it yet. It's a sort of manual. No, it's a slip. More of a slip, really. But there you go. Nice to have. But yeah, really fun game, and well thought of in the VR community. Happy to have it finally. And I waited till it came out on disc, because this is one game that I will definitely still be able to enjoy, even if server support goes down and that multiplayer aspect is lost. It will always still have its own campaign there. So yeah, nice to have. Some digital games. Dark Legion is a shooter that uses the aim controller. So the aim controller, of course, is the gun that you hold, and it's really cool, very simple but very fun shooting action. Just a light gun game, basically, first person shooter, but very simple, and that is that. Other games, I'm not going to go through digital stuff. I've mainly been playing Beat Saber. Oh my god. I thought I was good at Beat Saber. I was playing on expert level and I was managing to finish the expert tracks. And I think I'd even done a full combo, which is a perfect run through, on some of the expert tracks, and I'd done quite well. And I was the top scorer in my friends list for every track. So I thought, yeah, I'm quite good. Yeah, still not scraping those worldwide top tens, but those people are just machines or unemployed. And I thought I was good, but then the other day, Beat Saber released, belatedly, a different mode called Expert Plus. Now, this has been on the PC version of Beat Saber for quite a long time, and there was some speculation over whether the PlayStation VR would even be able to handle it. There was some talk on the threads and such forums that maybe the move controllers, the light tracking of the move controllers, wouldn't be good enough and fast enough, reliable enough to do this extra insane Expert Plus mode on Beat Saber. Well, apparently they found out that they can do it, and it's just fucking crazy. It's so crazy. I mean, if you've ever played Beat Saber, you'll know how addictive and amazing it is. For one, it cannot be done justice on a video. When you watch it online, you need to have the headset on and be holding those lightsabers and doing it yourself to know just how compelling and amazing fun it is. But despite that, I think I'm going to try and do some more videos of it, because you need to see what it looks like. You need to see what it looks like to play fucking Expert Plus. It's stupid. Yeah, like I said, if you've ever played it before, you'll know the general gist of Beat Saber. With Expert Plus, the placement of the blocks is a lot more, not obscure, but there's a lot more variety to the placement of the blocks. Obviously, there's lots more of them. You're having to move around quicker. The patterns that you have to move in are more complex. It just takes a lot of brain work. So I think I've been having to slow it down and put it on no fail mode just to learn the patterns of the tracks. But yeah, that's a shit out game. In fact, I'm going to get off and play that right now. But that's it, guys. Yeah. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? Give me some recommendations of PS4 stuff, because I don't really know much about the PS4 TV game library. I mean, I've gone out and picked a few things up that I think I might like, but always looking for recommendations. And that's it. That's it. All right. In a bit, guys. Bye-bye.